Hey guys, it's layout update time. We're going to be putting down some static grass, and I'm going to show you my little quick method of doing it. You've probably seen it before. I basically just put some glue down and then drop the grass down into it, and then vacuum up the excess. So we're going to be working on this little triangular area right over here just to get some grass started here. Been debating whether to get started or wait to get some more grass and stuff like that, but you know, whatever. One little step at a time here. So you can see I got 3 different kinds of grasses here. This is the one that I normally use. Let me go ahead and open that up for you. And this is, I believe, 7 mil, and it's sort of a little bit of tan, a little bit of light green looking stuff. And that's sort of the color I've been going for. And then I've got some shorter, looks like 4 mil, but it's very green, way more greener than the other one. And then I got some very small 2 mil. So I kind of mix and match them and stuff like that. Now I kind of wanted to have more of this stuff here, but we'll see. I'll just kind of use a little bit of everything here. So I'm gonna set the camera down and show you what I got here. Just an old paintbrush to move the glue around, a bunch of glue right here. We'll get everything cleaned up over here, and then I have an old sock slash bottom of my wife's pantyhose right there. We'll put that on the shop vac when we suction some stuff up. So I'm just going to move stuff around here. We'll get the camera set down, and hopefully we'll get a good view of, sorry for all the noise there. We'll get a good view of how I do this. This might be a little bit boring, I know, no trains running, but you know, we got to do something here. So I'm thinking, just got to cover the whole thing with, I got to do it kind of step by step here. So, because I want to vacuum up the grass, and we've got the 3 different kinds. So I think I'm going to start out with this stuff right here. I kind of have my trees right here. I had the 3 or 4 trees right there. I'm going to have a few more trees here. So I think I'm going to do some of the longer stuff here in the center, and then we'll go shorter stuff around the ends kind of thing. So let me see what I got for glue here. And I'm using full strength. Ugh. So this is just going to be the longer stuff here, and just kind of get it all around there. You want it nice and thick too. You want the grass to be able to stick to it. And this is like a layered process, you know what I mean? We're going to get more and more and more and more kind of going into it. And I got to put this thing somewhere. Put it on the edge of my table there. You know, I don't have a ton of this stuff, so we'll see how this goes. Try to get as much as I can on here and spread it out. And obviously you're going to say, well, you're not using any static applicator. I do have one, but I found this works just about as good by using the shop vac. A little fuzzy thing there. We'll stick that in there. See if it gets put up. All right, there we go. And then I'm debating whether I should use some of that other stuff here. This is 4 mil. Yeah, see, that's really, really bright. All right, now I'm going to get my shop vac plugged in over here, and we'll take another look at it here in a second. Okay, got the shop vac all plugged in there. Let me make sure you get this on camera. So here's the end of it, and here's my little sock thing. What I do is just kind of put it on there, hold on to it. This will all get kind of sucked into there, and then we're gonna suck up all the excess here. right, and there you go. So now we can kind of reclaim a little bit of this stuff here. Dump that out, and see, this way we get to kind of reuse it so you don't waste it too much. That's the whole point of doing this. Kind of empty it out. See, so we still got a little bit more there. All right, now that don't look, you're like, that looks like crapola now, don't it? But once the glue dries and everything, trust me, it'll look really nice. All right, we're gonna go with the next layer now. So I think what we're gonna do is probably go with this really small, fine stuff. It's the same color, and but it's really fine, so like a fine turf. Get some more glue going here, and I'm gonna have, a little bit of dirt here and there, all kinds of stuff like that. Just want to get this around the ends, I guess all around where we already had this stuff. Something like that. And I found that, don't be stingy with the glue. So the more glue, the better. And where'd my little cap go here? And of course, you're gonna get a little bit of mixing and stuff like that. So that's all right. Yeah, the more glue you have, the better. The more it sticks. The more you get the grass to stick in it. So you don't want to be sparing on the glue here. Get that out of the way there. And again, I'm going to do this kind of in layers, so it's going to be, this will probably be, we won't finish it today, but I'll go ahead and post this video just so you can see sort of part one of the grass. Trying to get it all, I don't know. Good enough. All right, really small stuff here. Let me go ahead and pick up the camera so you can kind of see this a little better. So this stuff is very small, and I got plenty of it, so I can really get it. Let's keep this on the camera, huh? Just cover it all up. You don't have to worry about, losing any of it, because we're just going to vacuum it all up again. Get all those little spots that I missed with the longer stuff. All right. Looks like a ton of grass, right? Looking pretty good right there, huh? All right, let's put the camera back down here, and we'll go ahead and, I know this is kind of goofy, but kind of tap it down a little bit. Make sure it's in the glue. And now, we'll get our shop vac again. Get this all set up and get ready to suck up this portion of it. You don't even have to wait or anything like that. All right, it's looking a little bit better now. We got a whole ton of this grass. Let me go ahead and dump that in there. Never thought that doing static grass would be so exciting. Look at that. Now I'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. You can kind of see we've still got the taller stuff in there. Focus there, my man. But we're starting to get there. Just need a couple more little clumps of, say, some dry looking grass and stuff like that. But hey, I think we're getting there. And again, see, here's a nice little thing. You get little dots here and there, and that leaves sort of nice little, patches off to the side. I'll probably put a little bit more, along the edges here and everything. But if we take a look at our reference photo here, here's that little area that I'm doing, and I know it's kind of hard to tell right there, but there's some nice little grassy areas in there, little dirt areas, and we're going to have all these trees sitting there, a little bit of shrubbery and stuff like that. A little bit of dirt. Here's another angle of it right there. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I think it looks okay for right now, even just for 2 passes there, but now let's see what else we got. We got some of the greener stuff here. Let me go ahead and bring you out here a little bit. And we'll get our glue going again. I'm going to put a couple patches of the kind of dark green stuff there. Maybe it's grass that's, come on glue, that's not as dry. We'll get a couple little spots here and there. And of course this is grass on grass here. Just a couple little spots wherever. Trying to be kind of random, but we'll see how it comes out. You end up picking up some of the other grass. Now, one of the things you can also do, come on glue, is kind of spritz it with a little bit of water too afterwards to get it to sort of solidify, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word. Alright, now we're going to start getting a little messy here, because I'm just going to use my finger here to kind of just make little blotches here. Let me pick the camera up here so you can see this. So just kind of making little squishy spots, and you can see the other grass is getting picked up a little bit. That's all right. It'll all look good in the end. I'm getting a whole bunch of grass in my fingers here. All right. I think that's good. I think that's good right there. You always kind of play around and have some fun with it. Of course, you gotta have a paper towel someplace. Let me go grab one. Once I get my finger cleaned up, we can get that. You can get that darker shade in there. This says it's 4 mil, so. But it's kind of a mix of a whole bunch of stuff I had in there. I guess we even got a twig. Alright, yeah, this does look like it's 4 mil, so it's a little bit taller. But hey, it's alright. And again, when I'm dumping it in here, I'm not, I'm not just trying to stick it in the same spot. I mean, like, I'm not trying to keep it on the glue. You know what I mean? I'm just dumping it in nice big batches here, because it'll tend to kind of naturally blend with some of the prior spots of glue too. All right, I think we're good. I'm just gonna touch it up here and there. What the heck? Put a little bit in there. All right, let's get the shop vac going again here. We can't wait to edit this out. Every time I turn the shop vac on, I'm gonna edit out the noise for you. So here we go again. Alright, let's see, we'll get the proper bucket here. Dump that out. I guess if you do this enough, eventually you just end up with a giant mix. But as you can tell, it's you know, we try to keep it separated there a little bit. So there we go, got a little bit of color variation in there. Looking pretty good, I think. And if you saw me kind of taking a hose and kind of, you know, moving it up and down a little bit, I'm not touching it to the grass. I'm kind of keeping it like at least, you know, a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch off of the grass. But what it tends to do is you can kind of suck the grass up and you get that static grass effect. So it kind of tends to make it stand up anyway by just kind of sucking up some of the longer fibers here. And then again, you kind of come in here and just kind of touch them up with your finger, stand them up if they're all kind of leaning into, you know, one direction or so. If they're kind of laying down or whatever. I think that looks pretty good. All right. Yeah, looking nice. So just sort of straighten that out. Not straighten it out, but it was all kind of coming together in a little peak. So just kind of spreading it out a little bit with my finger, because this is the 4 mil, so it's a little bit taller looking. We got the 7 mil there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see if I got any even taller stuff here. All right, found some. I got a whole pile of this. Looks like 7 mil, and it's just tan. So I'm going to stick a little bit of that in there too. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I'm going to do any more glue. I might, because there's a lot of gluey spots, you know, that are sort of popping out here and there. And again, this is where maybe a little spritz of water would help. Let me see if I got some. Yep. So I just got a little bit of water here. I'm just going to spritz it up just a tiny bit, just to moisten the whole area up a little bit. And now I'm going to try to be a little bit more sparing with this stuff. I'm just going to kind of go into some of these little spots that I can see some extra glue there. Kind of sort of judging it with my eyeball, you know, kind of trying to mix and match here and there, because this stuff's pretty tall. So there we go. Get a little bit over here. All right, very light cover right there. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to kind of stick it in. And you might think, well, I'm just flattening it all out, right? But we're going to probably suck a good portion of this stuff up. And I just want just a few little blades here and there kind of sticking up here, and we're going to get it to stand up nicely with the vacuum. All right. So far, looking pretty good. We'll get our sock on the shop vac again, and then do our last sucking up here. It looks pretty good right there. And you can see I was kind of moving it around over here, and hopefully you got it on camera there, but you could see the grass all kind of wiggling around with the suction there. So again, you can kind of come in here and just kind of touch it up a little bit so it's not all pointing in the, you know, same direction right there. And again, this looks a little bit darker because I spritzed it with water. Let me get rid of all my grass here that I sucked up. All right. So now let's take a look at it. Looking pretty good. I might even touch it up with a little bit of airbrushing once it all kind of dries up and stuff. Now these little kind of, I know it looks little like white spots, but that's where I put the the light stuff just now, and you can still see the glue through it. So this will all kind of sort of just comes together, sort of blends together as it dries too. And actually, while we got it up here, what we can do, I do have my my dirt bucket. I've got my dirt bucket right over here. I'm going to just take a little bit of dirt. Whew, dusty. I'm going to take a little dirt and just kind of spritz in a little bit of dirt here and there. And that'll actually get dried up. I'm not going to vacuum the dirt up here, but you know, get a couple little pieces here and there. Just kind of help it blend in a little bit. And then once everything's dry, I might come over with a little bit more, a little bit of the vacuum, or even just like just blow it off, you know. And again, we're kind of layering this all up, right? Yeah, it's enough dirt. So, making nice little layers of dirt here and there. I think we can stick our trees back in. I think I had them all over here. I got to touch up these trees. They got a lot of flash here. Focus there. You can see I got to trim all this stuff off of here. So let me put this down and we'll stick some trees in here. Come on, camera. Stay put. I guess I'll just hold it right here. What the heck? Let me see. I mean, this is generally where I'm going to have the trees anyway. So, and you can always move them around. I got to kind of pop it in there. Let me see, what do I got? I got four different trees here. Just kind of sticking them in wherever. Palm trees usually kind of come in little clumps. Come on. This is harder to do with one hand. We got one more other goofy tree right here. I'm just going to stick them right there. And I actually got to get to making a few more, what do you call it? Regular trees to stick in there, little pine trees and all that stuff that we saw right there. Alright, I don't know how long this video is, but I think it's kind of long enough, so we have gotten started here. I'm going to call it right there, guys, and hopefully you guys have a good weekend and kind of learned a little bit something here. Just keep layering in one after the other, that sort of thing. And you can keep on going like indefinitely and keep layering to your heart's content there. But you get the nice little color variation. And let's see here. Let me grab something. I'm just going to grab a locomotive as I'm wrecking stuff. Just to give us a little bit of background right here. Let's have something to look at. Yeah, he's not on the rails, but... Alright, there we go. I'll get that out of the way. This will look real nice when we get a background too over there. But yeah, there you go. That's sort of the look we'll have. And again, we'll have some bushes and things like that over here too. Alright guys, been babbling on enough here. So, hope you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.